Hello everyone, this is Kai Rimdo here, back with you with a redo of my Tommy 3.0 mask review. The reason why I have decided to remake it is because I wasn't happy with how my first one turned out, and I'm sure that people noticed that I was tired. So I wanted to do this again. So let's get started. Um, the story behind this mask is that back in 2012, which was the year I got into horror, I'm kind of late in the game, but I don't really care about that. I'm just glad I'm a part of this, community. And I saw, a good batch of horror films, and then I finally saw, and then the next movie I saw was the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That movie is what set in stone that I was a horror fan. I watched the shit out of it. I loved it. And then I wanted to do a costume. And I didn't want any no mass produced stuff. And the first remake replica Leatherface mask I saw was the Tom 3.0 because back then this was the only one available, and I think one of the previous versions of the head skinners, but this was the more well-known one. 5 years later, I finally got one, and thanks to my buddy Jack Chap One, which he's been a great friend of mine. He's been super helpful in getting my Leatherface costume completed. And anyways, let's get started. The sculpt. The sculpt is probably it's fantastic. If you want a close as you can get accurate Leatherface mask, this is the one you go with. The only problem now is that not only is Edison known for being a scammer, he's also retired, but he sells to close friends, so typical business bullshit. But and I also think it's probably because of Tots too, because you guys know my opinions about Trick or Treat Studios. Anyways, the mouth flap right here. What what really made me picky about remake mask was the mouth flap and the eye cuts. Which my head scanner up there, I love that mask, but this is the most accurate one that we have right now. And if Addison could have made this mouth a little bit more bigger, it would have been perfect. I mean, there's so much detail on this mask, it's unreal. Like, all the wrinkles and the stitching is fantastic. The only thing is I gotta get this mask probably redone eventually because it has some holes. The main hole is right here on the ear, and a little bit of crevices like down here on the lip flap. But overall, it's luckily enough it's out of the way, which that was actually why I sounded so blah in my previous one because I was disappointed by the holes and all that. Turning it around, the profile. Like I said in my head scanner video, the one thing all these remake Leatherface masks share in common is the profiling. Turn to the back. This is another thing that a lot of people debated on. Some masks have the hair parted, some have it covered, some have more hair, some have less hair. Here's the other side. And the paint job is pretty okay. It's not movie accurate, but I've seen worse copies than this. I've seen one that was super dark, and I've seen one on YouTube of the silicone one by Graveyard Collectibles, which I'm friends with him on YouTube, and this is a pretty okay copy in terms of paint. I've seen some where it's two different colors hairs. I've actually worn that version too, and my buddy Jack Chap 1 had one like that, which that's the one I wore, and he had it redone, and it looks fantastic now. And, but, overall, this was a great, I'm glad I waited. There's another mask I'll be getting. I can't mention anything right now, but hopefully very soon I'll be able to show you guys what it is. And hopefully this came out better than my previous. If you have any more questions about any of these masks, just comment on the video and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And before anyone asks, I'm not selling any of my masks. If I sell any of them, it's probably gonna be my tots, but not my masks I got from friends. Especially this one mask that I'm gonna be getting. So, anyways, peace out. Have a good day, and the Solace family.